You guys, good morning. It's Friday, and we have so many new things in the store that I thought I'd better do a walkthrough so you guys can see. You know, in Bookland, we're really lucky because we are local, and our warehouse is in Indiana that we order from the most. And so we are getting things in like crazy, and we still can. I think our last ordering date is maybe even the 21st or 22nd. If we don't have exactly the book you need, we can order it. And I just wanted to take you through some of the new things. You guys, I'm kind of overwhelmed because we got so many boxes yesterday. But these are, when to the left of where you come in, my books of the year for this year, but also for the last couple years, because my friend Virginia accused me in front of a big group of people when somebody asked me what my best book is. I was gushing, and she said, well, you need to know with Sandy, everyone, that the last book she read is her favorite. Virginia, that is just not true. But this is the cream of the crop, and it's true. I love books. I read a lot more than I pick as my favorites. So I just wanted to let you know that this is here for you. This is my fiction book of the year, Jonathan Evison in paperback. Okay, Virginia. Jonathan Evison is one who explores America, but somehow in an extremely positive way. And this is basically back and forth between 1850 and contemporarily. There's a train wreck, and we get to know the person who's driving the train. We get to know people on it, and all of them have a connection. All different kinds of Americans, 4 different nationalities are viewed in this book, and it is absolutely makes you excited for America, even though there's issues. I just loved it. I love finding these little books for you guys. So if you have a history lover and you just don't know what to get for them, Triumph and Disaster was written in 1902 by Stephen Zweig. And it is 5 historical miniatures, which I love that descriptor. There's maybe, 25 pages long, essays on exploration of the South Pole, just wonderful evocations, great writer of sort of 5 different global things that happened across the centuries. Wonderful. Hilarious book of the year is Rebecca Hardiman, Good Eggs. Here we have Grandma, who is just hard to predict, you guys. And her poor son is trying to manage her. She has recently taken to shoplifting. The voice is hilarious. It's set in Dublin, and with her son going crazy trying to manage her, she also has a special bond with her granddaughter, and you can sort of see how that grows through all the hijinks. There is a lot of poignancy as well. Thing Explainer is just the best book for someone that's hard to buy for. The text in here is full of illustrations, and it explains things that are hard to explain in the most hilarious way. Randall Munroe does a great job of making things fun for those who like to kind of take things apart. Ron Rash, I don't even know if I have enough time to talk about how much I adore this author. This is definitely one of my top 2 books of the year. And we have this series which are perfect for someone you're not sure, what do they have already? But they're lovely, they're fabric covered. It's Notting Hill is the publisher. And there's all sorts of different topics. This is on fishing. This is just Oscar Wilde exploration. I just think that these are not something the person on your list already has. And I kind of think that they would be great for a book club that has trouble finishing on certain months. Everyone I know went to Iceland this year. Good heavens. And they are just wonderful essays curated and collected by this publisher. Really recommend. This is one of our bestsellers this year. It is little stories of a murder that happens, and then our author, and there's 3 volumes of this out now, takes us through deductive reasoning. And so they do get more complicated as you go through. There's maybe 40 in here. And you get little clues, and by those clues, you can reduce the number of people who could have committed the crime. But it's easier to start off with and a super fun thing to do together. This is one of our best-selling gift books. It is Hymns of Christmas illustrated in watercolor by Sarah Cray, who's lovely. This is the hardest book to sell in the world, so I added a note because yes, Sorrow and Obscure are not books you kind of think would be a great gift, but it is actually so thoughtful, definitions of words that sort of describe the human condition, words that are not in everyday vocabulary, and it's absolutely lovely. And I'm just going to call the publisher and tell them, what are you thinking with that black Sorrow cover? Of course, we have tons of other books specifically for Christmas to give as your hostess gift. This is another in the Notting Hill series. It is a wonderful collection of essays. Here are books that made Carrie and mine book of 2023. And this is a very much browsed section. And I have read every book on here because I've had a lot going on. What about you? And there are times when you just want to settle in and know that you're not going to be upset or challenged in any way. These are the best of the crop of pleasing reads, in my opinion. And so if you have someone who wants to read and just wants to be predictably happy in about 6 hours, this is where you want to go. My book of the year in this genre is, well, there's two. Okay, Virginia. Rainbow Rowell's Landline is a peek into a marriage that's been on for 15 years. They're having a little struggle right now because she's working too hard and he feels like he's doing too much. And then they somehow get back to the magical phone that they both used when they were dating 15 years ago. And they sort of are the person they dated 15 years ago on that phone. So it's just, I loved it. This is really fun. It's one of 3 in the B.K. Borison series, and you'll love it. Christmas Tree Farm, just light romance. What we got in yesterday, among many, many other dozens and dozens of books, is a series of specific essays collected on topics that are super gifty. So your person on your list does not have these books. They're essays, some are short stories and fiction, there's poetry, but they're a lovely gift for someone who has this hobby, but you're just not sure what they haven't read because they've read everything. Okay, so you guys, I blogged about Play Me Pat Bells, and we sold out in 4 seconds. So we got a huge box. We got, I don't know, 4 of those big boxes. And this is my favorite gift to give to really anyone, but people who are around people, because it makes you laugh when people try them. And little kids can sure try them depending on if they're interested in following a line of music, introductory to music, if someone is maybe interested in taking lessons, but most of all, I put it out at parties, and after a few cocktails, I have to say people have the best time. It's also like if you have a 10-year-old grandchild or child and a 2-year-old, they both can do this together, and let me tell you, it is quite immersive. They're handmade in Europe, and they have a lovely sound, so don't be scared. Oops, sorry. Okay, I can't play Brahms' lullaby. But you can. See, isn't that funny when you make mistakes? Oh, I've been baking for you guys. So this I brought in today, gingerbread blondies. They're fabulous, grated, fresh ginger. Come have some. Best-selling books, and I do want to tell you a little bit about the European publisher Floris, because we just got in this huge collection of their books, and they have the most lovely style of illustrations and the most honey for your heart messages for your kids. Summer, winter, summer, Christmas. Oh my gosh, that is just lovely. So these are all brand new into the store, and Floris is probably my favorite publisher. I raise my kids on their things, and they're everywhere. They're even kind of on the floor. This one, Astrid Lindgren, who wrote Pippi Longstocking. Just wait. Best bedtime story ever. In terms of gifts, we have really lovely ones for all budgets. Some of the things are big gift worthy, like these alpaca fingerless mittens, socks, hats. These are book tote bags, which are so fun. Believe me, you can put them in the washer because I love them. They fit everything and they're in kicky colors. This is my favorite. I only burn Alex candles in my home. They're hand-blown glass and hand-poured wax, of course. And they smell lovely, but subtle. And you do not want to throw away this hand-blown glass. No, no, don't you do it. Because if you put it in the freezer when the wax is burned down, you can pop out what's left so easily. And then this is so pretty to put in another little candle that's maybe not in hand-blown glass, or any little storage things you might have. They come in all different sizes. We have quite a few left. This is about a third of what we had. They are an elegant gift. Bright Endeavors is a candle maker that is local, and they are cause-based. The woman who founded it takes in women who had a child earlier than they planned and don't have a lot of work skills when they come to her. And so through building and making these things and selling these things and taking inventory, they learn a job and they build their resume. We love their cause, and so here is what we have of those. Rifle candles are quite fragrant and just lovely packaging, easy to put a bow on and give. We have little tiny candles, more gifts. And of course, all of our trees are shoppable. So stocking stuffers, yes. The only other thing I can say to you is that, oh, Ann Hood. I love her. Four Brothers chocolate. So much of it is coming in today. So if you need a stocking stuffer or a hostess gift, or you have a need to gobble, come in. We'll see you soon.